This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, good afternoon for the second session of FDP. You have already listened many talks, especially on the alternate fuels, biodiesel and its production. Also, what is the chemistry that is involved in biodiesel production? And today morning also we have heard about the session on techno-economic scenario of industry, biodiesel industry. So, well-reputed experts from all over the India, they have been taking the sessions in this FDP from reputed organizations, NIT and other institutes, NIT and IIT. So, yeah, my topic is not different from them, but still you can we are going to see only some brief review about the renewable energy sources, the scenario of renewable energy sources that we are going to see in this session. So we know that the time is running out soon, and at some point of time we'll come to know that there will be nothing that is left on the earth to burn, to produce energy, and only earth will be left, and that will be the case in future if you don't if you don't opt for the renewable energy sources. Because yesterday Puli Ravikumar sir, in his session conclusion, he had made one statement. The statement is Earth is providing all energy as per the need of the human beings. It provides only the need of the human beings, but it cannot provide the greed of the human beings. That is the quotation that he has made at the end of his presentation, which I liked so much. That is true fact, and so there is no other option for us to go for renewable energy sources, because the fossil fuels are going to be completed. So what is this renewable energy? Yeah, so what is this renewable energy? So first, energy that comes from the sources which replenish themselves naturally in a relatively short time, thus will always be available. Replenish themselves means restore. We cannot we can restore the natural resources, and we can generate the energy. For example, sunlight, wind, rain, and waves, and geothermal energy. So in this type of sources, we will get the renewable energy, and that can be replenished, restored. So about 16% of the global energy that comes from the renewable sources, and 10% of all energy from traditional biomass, out of which, and 3.4 by 4% of by hydroelectricity, and 3% by new renewables. Okay. So there's renewable resources of energy can replace the electricity generation, motor fuels, hot water, space heating, and rural energy services. So why do we need before going to that, why do we need renewable energy sources? We will see some energy sources and its classification. You know, energy is nothing but it is the capacity to do the work, and we know about the conservation of energy, that is either energy can be neither created nor be destroyed. You can transform energy from one form to another form. So what are the various types of energies that we know about? Potential energy, kinetic energy, and as well as mechanical energy. Mechanical energy is the sum of potential and kinetic energy. Okay, and that will be in the form of heat, light, electrical, sound, chemical, plasma, etc. Okay. So when we come to the types of natural resources. There only we'll be studying about the renewable energy resources and non-renewable energy resources. So renewable energy resources, just now I have given the definition about that. They can replenish itself. So they are in the form of, mostly in the form of biological in nature. For example, agriculture, forestry, solar, wind, etc. Solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, and also hydro energy. All these sources are replenished themselves, restore themselves. So that's why these resources are called as the renewable energy resources. So what are the non-renewable energy resources? They are very limited, and these fuels are going to an end, and those fuels are like fossil fuels. Example, what are the fossil fuels? Like crude, petroleum, natural gas, diesel, etc. Okay, so what are the non-renewable natural resources? We can see gold and tin, that is metallic minerals. Non-metallic minerals like salt, phosphate, stone, and fossil fuels, that are coal, oil, natural gases. So these are the non-renewable energy natural resources from where we get the non-renewable energy. Whereas renewable energy resources we can get from the directly from the solar energy, winds, tides, flowing water, fertile soil, that is geothermal energy, and clean air, fresh water, and biological diversity from forests, food crops, fishes, etc. Like we have studying about the biodiversity. So where we get these sources of energy? These fossil fuels mostly we get under the ground, that we know already: coal, oil, natural gas, etc. Mostly non-fossil fuels seen above the ground. Okay, like firewood, cattle dung from the vegetable waste, wood, charcoal, etc. are the examples of the conventional renewable energy. So we all faculty members, we know about what are the non-conventional energies. I have explained already: solar, hydro, wind, nuclear energy, hydrogen energy, geothermal energy, and biogas, tidal energy, as well as biofuel. So we know in wind energy, what will happen? Wind will be at a speed of air speed about 5 to 10 meters per second. It can be converted to electrical energy by attaching a wind electric generator to the axle of the windmill. We might have seen in various places windmills and all. So we can see the wind energy can be generated through the electric generator from the wind mill. And tidal energy. Tidal energy is the gravitational pull of the sun and the moon along with the west to the east rotation of the earth causes tide. Yes, we know the energy that is produced due to by the tides. The greater in the difference and high and low tides, the more is the energy that can be harvested. Yeah. So, and another type of energy is ocean thermal energy conversion. It is the temperature difference between, what do you mean by it? Is the temperature difference existing between warm surface of the sea water, that is 29 to 30 degrees, and the cold deep sea water, that is 5 to 7 degrees. Due to this temperature difference, which is available at the 800 to 10,000 meters in tropical waters. From there, this ocean thermal energy can be produced. Another one is wind wave energy. So what is that? It is instant motion of the sea surface of the form of wind waves provided as sources of the energy. This is more efficient. This is more efficient than the direct collection of energy from the wind. Because a multi-purpose of wave regulator system in the form of long barrier constructed on Indian coastline helps in harnessing this energy. Okay, wind wave energy. It also helps in agriculture, space for transportation of lighter and faster crafts, shore protection from the this one. So this all you know about this, what is geothermal energy, how it is produced, hydel energy, how it is produced, biomass. So I don't want to discuss much about this one. This is only the before we discuss about the current scenario of the renewable energy in India. Now I would like to, what is the need of renewable energy? I would like to tell you what is the need of renewable energy. See, actually energy is the prime source of our economy, social and industrial development of a country. Okay. So if you see the developed countries like USA and other countries, see their development is based on the energy source only. Okay. So and not only that, if you see in the world, day by day energy consumption is increasing more and more. So and still 70% of the world's electricity generation depends upon the thermal generation. Even though we have so many available resources, natural resources, but still we are able to generate 70% of the electricity by the thermal industry only, from thermal industry only. So therefore, there are so many social and economical issues with the conventional plants. We all know that one. So now the world is now looking at sustainable development in the field of power sector. And this is the reason why the renewable energy has taken its birth into the power sector. So because daily the population is increasing, that means they are demanding more energy, means more energy consumption is required, and it is depend on the economy also. So yeah, for the development, all these things are needed. So at present, the energy scenario in the world is, we can see that from coal 41% of the energy is getting generated, whereas from natural gas 21% of energy, and from hydro 16%, from nuclear 14% of energy is generated, and from oil 6%. So and then from biomass 1.3%, wind 1.1%, geothermal 0.3%, and solar 0.05%. This is the world energy scenario, right? So what about our India? India is the one of the country with large production of energy from renewable resources. Okay. As of March 1st, 2020 data, about 35.86% of the India installed electricity generation capacity is from renewable sources, generating 21.22% of the total utility electricity in the country. Therefore, according to 2027 blueprint, India aims to have 275 gigawatts from renewable energy, 72 gigawatt of hydroelectricity, 50 gigawatts of nuclear energy, and nearly 100 gigawatts from other zero emission sources. Okay. So therefore, in 2019, India's total renewable electricity capacity, including large hydro, was 130.68 gigawatts. This represents 35.7% of the total installed electricity capacity in the country, which is around 366 gigawatts. Government of India has set a target for installation of rooftop solar projects of 40 gigawatts by 2022, including installation of rooftop of houses. So this is the scenario of renewable energy in India. Yeah, we can see here India source wise installed power generation capacity as on 31 December 2019. We see the scenario of this one. The blue portion is thermal energy, that is 63%, and we can see this 23% of renewable energy, this one, and hydropower, that is 12%, and 2% of the nuclear energy. That is the scenario. Okay. So if you see, compare the renewable energy scenario in terms of megawatts power, sector wise renewable energy also, from this graph we can understand wind power, see how much this one, and solar power 33,712, and small hydro power, and this is the waste to energy. So this one, yes. So yeah, table, that is table only here is mentioned. 2022 target. So what should be the waste to power? From waste out. The power will be generated from the waste. So total installed capacity is this one, and by 2022 this much. So from biomass and bio gasification and biogases, cogeneration, solar power, and all, and this is the target, and this is the target by 2022. This is the year-wise renewable energy scenario that we can generation. We can see large hydro, small hydro, solar, wind, and power utility, power. Yeah, solar energy. India is densely populated and has high solar insolation, an ideal combination for using solar power in India. In 2009, it was announced that Government of India to launch its Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission under the National Action Plan on Climate Change. So the program was inaugurated by former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh on 11 January 2010 with the target of 20 gigawatts grid capacity by 2022 as well as 2 gigawatts of grid installation. This target was later increased to 100 gigawatts by the same date under the Narendra Modi that happened recently. Government in 2050 in Union Budget of India also. So India is also the home to the world's first and only 100% solar powered airport, which is located in Cochin, Kerala. So this is the airport where you can see total airport is operated by the solar energy, and this is the agriculture pump set is totally operated by the solar panels. Later we see ethanol. Ethanol market penetration reached its highest figure of 3.3% blend rate in India in 2016. It is produced from ethanol is produced from sugarcane molasses and partly from the grains and can be blended with gasoline. Sugarcane and sugarcane juice may not be used for the production of ethanol in India. So government is also encouraging 2G ethanol commercial production using biomass as feedstock. So biodiesel, if you see, the market for biodiesel remains at an early stage in India, with the country achieving minimal blend rate with diesel 0.001% still in 2016. Initially, the development was focused on the Jatropha carcass plant as the most suitable inedible oil seed for the biodiesel. Jatropha seeds, you know, already in so many sessions, Jatropha seeds biodiesel already the experts has been covered. So now development of biodiesel from Jatropha has met a number of agronomic and economical restraints, and attention is now moving towards other feedstock technology which utilizes used cooking oils, other unusable oil fractions, animal fats, and inedible oils. Today morning also sir was telling the cost of the biodiesel is very high as compared to the normal diesel. So that's why they're trying to out for another cooking oils and unusable fractions, etc. Biodiesel and biopropane are produced from non-edible vegetable oils, used cooking oil, waste animal fats, etc. Biomass. The country's vast agricultural potential provides huge agro residues which can be used to meet energy needs both in heat and power applications. According to IREDA, biomass is capable of supplementing the coal to the tune about 260 million tons, saving about 250 billion every year. It is estimated that the potential for biomass energy in India includes 16,000 megawatt from biomass energy and a further 3,500 megawatt from biogas cogeneration. Biomass materials that can be used for power generation include biogas, rice husk, straw, cotton stalk, coconut shells, soya husk, it may be, and de-oil cakes, coffee waste, just jute waste, groundnut shells, and sawdust. Okay. So this is the agriculture residue that is generating every year in million tons. Straws of various pulses and cereals, this much million tons are generating, and biogas, okay, and this much, and rice husk, this much 10 million tons per annum, and groundnut shell 11.10 tons per annum, and stacks 2 tons per annum, and various oil stacks and others we can see. About 350 million tons are producing by the agricultural residues. Yes. Yesterday, Chintala sir covered especially on this waste to energy plastic, how to convert the wastage of this plastic bottles and all. So we see every year about 55 million tons of municipal solid waste and 38 billion liters of sewage are generated in the urban areas of India. In addition that there are large quantities of solid and liquid waste are generated by industries. So burning the waste in waste to energy plants not only reduces its volume by 87%, but we can also harness its embedded energy and put it to good use. So much of energy that can be produced even with the help of this waste plastics. Worldwide, if you see, 30 million tons of municipal solid waste are combusted annually in over 6 in over 600 waste to energy facilities that produce electricity and steam for district heating and recovered metals for recycling. Recovered metals for recycling. India is the first country in the world to set up a Ministry of Non-Conventional Energy Resources, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, MNRE, in early 1980s. So India is a fifth in global position for overall installed renewable energy capacity. We can see record low solar tariff 2.44 rupees per unit achieved in Bhadla, Rajasthan. Renewable energy installed capacity increased 226% in last 5 years. Solar park scheme doubled from 20 gigawatts to 40 gigawatts, about 19 times higher solar pumps installed between 2014 to 19. That are the achievements in renewable energy sector in India. And world's largest renewable energy expansion program, 175 gigawatts till 2022. That is our target. So solar capacity increased last 5 years from around 2.6 gigawatts to more than 34 gigawatts. Highest ever wind capacity addition of 5.5 gigawatts in 2016 to 2017. So therefore, India is the 7th largest producer of hydroelectric power in the world. Okay. So this is a little brief review about this renewable energy resources. We can see. So, and if you why we need renewable energy resources. Okay. So mainly we can see they are the clean, inexhaustible and increasingly competitive energy, renewable energy. That is why we go for this thing. So we see that a lot of climate changes are coming, so much of pollution. Okay. So if we have this renewable energy sources, then we will be free from this the actually what will happen the fossil fuels and all. So that energy resources sources can be recovered with the help of the renewable resources. Okay. So somebody said now the future is green energy, sustainability, renewable energy. The future is like that. So it is the time for a sustainable energy policy which puts consumers, the environment, human health, and so we have to consider a lot of these things. So this is the scenario I was telling about, the world energy scenario. We can see that the solar energy, geothermal, wind, biomass, and oil, nuclear, hydro, natural, and coal resources. The scenario. Okay, we can see, right? Energy and all I have explained. Yeah. So renewable energy sources, solar energy, where we use solar PV cells and concentrating solar power, solar heating, and wind energy and the requirements, hydro energy, what are the requirements, bioenergy, the requirements, and also marine energy, geothermal energy, all these things are there, which already you are from thermal background, most of the participants, so you are very well aware of that one. So this is the energy scenario of India. I explained in other slides, so you can see the year also. Okay. So rapid economic development and increasing population is demanding high energy. So therefore, 8% of GDP growth of India requires an annual increase of commercial energy supply from 3.7 to 6.1, and total primary energy supply from 2. This much energy is required to sustain our 8% GDP. So but the problem is we have limited supply of coal, and that too it is a poor quality. So we need some higher technologies and to develop the renewable resources so that we can be free from this high environmental hazards. So, and also limited domestic reservoirs and uncertain apparent supply of hydrocarbons. Okay. So this is the India power sector that I've already explained. Installed capacity from renewables, overall generation mix. Yeah. power shortage, rising prices of oil, gas, ecological hazards, ample resources and sites available, abundant sunshine, government incentive, increasing finance. These are the reasons why we go for the renewable energy sector, which we already know. There is nothing new in this one. So what are the benefits? We can avoid the cost, and we can avoid the distribution losses, recurring fuel cost, and it will boost the rural economy, and also encourage self-help groups, self-dependence, enable village cooperatives to supply and monitor distribution. All this advantages are there. So there are some challenges for renewable energy sources in India, mainly key barriers in renewable energy development. The first one is regional concentration of the renewable energy. We see that this energy concentration in particular regions only, and also about the high cost. Cost is very high, and there are some regulatory issues and financial barriers, quality and consistency issue, and low penetration of renewable for urban and industrial application, slow pace of rural electrification and pace of reforms. These are the challenges for developing renewable energy. So promoting current focus is promoting rural energy for productive uses and linked social benefits, promoting renewable energy for rural electrification and industrial applications, supporting training and capacity building for manufacture, local assembly of maintenance of renewable energy technologies, organizing global activity, form activities, and providing strategy expert advice on renewable energies technologies. Okay. So these are the areas for renewable energy development. You can see research, design, and development of new renewable energy, rural renewable energy required for rural application, irrigation enterprises, etc. Okay. So therefore, there is an urgent need for transition from petroleum-based energy system to one based on renewable energy sources to decrease reliance on depleting reserve of fossil fuels and to mitigate climate change. And we need to protect climate also. It has potential to create employment opportunities also at various levels. India has a huge potential of renewable energy sources, and from past few years, due to government involvement, there is sudden growth in renewable sector. Prospect of renewable energy are steadily improving in India with better future. So the strategy for achieving these enhanced goals will mainly depend on the active participation of all players, is equal from government agencies to NGOs, from manufacturers to R&D institutions, from financial institutions to developers, and of course a new breed of energy entrepreneurs. Yeah. So these are my just a brief review about the renewable energy scenario in India, and you can see various renewable energy. What are the scope? What is the scope of the renewable energy, and what is the scope of renewable energy, why it is need, what are the challenges, and all that I have covered only. So we are all experts in this field, and because you are from thermal engineering background, you know very well of alternate fuels, and you also can discuss about something about the renewable energy scenario in India, and you can also suggest in this platform. So that is about this topic. So thank you all for joining in this session. So anybody has any anything to add? If anybody wants to add anything for this renewable energy topic, you can add. You can add. Or your suggestions are mostly welcome. You can add the some points. Because we have valedictory function, that is why we are trying to close as early as possible. So that is why I have just taken the brief review. You maybe know much more about me. I just did some review about this one. And if anybody wants to share anything about these renewable energies, please welcome.
Sir, excuse me, sir. I have a question, please.
Yes, sir, please.
Sir, can we use waste paper as a source of renewable source of energy?
Waste paper, na sir?
G.
Yeah. Actually, waste plastic and all these things we are using. Waste paper also, yeah, we can think about in that area also, sir. I didn't do much study about that one.
Is any research going on in this field?
No, sir, not. I didn't know about this actually. This research. Waste paper. You are telling about the generating energy from the waste paper, na?
Ji, I'm talking if it is feasible and if any research is going on in this direction right now.
I don't have any idea, sir, but I heard about the biomass and all these the energy sources, and also even now actually from Mr. Danvers we have been listening about the plastics also from plastics, but waste paper and all these things, yeah, we can think about that one.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rao sir, for your nice presentation. Now, sir already has given instruction about the last valedictory function. So now we'll meet at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. All the instructions are given in your WhatsApp group also. Wish you all the best for your test. I hope you all will. Yeah, there is some different disturbance. So I would like to convey you best wishes for your test, and I hope you all will you get sufficient marks. You all will score sufficient marks to become eligible for getting the certificate. So please try to attempt all the questions which are asked in the test. There will be 30 questions, and you have to attempt all the questions, each question having 2 marks. So try to get maximum marks in the test, and already you have attended regularly, so there will, I hope there will not be problem for your attendance. You all have got the 80% attendance, which is minimum requirement for getting the certificate. So thank you all for attending this session. So now we'll meet at 3 o'clock. So thank you all.
Excuse me,
Sir,
sir.
would you like?
So one
Yeah, yeah,
Sir,
yeah.
bole, sir,
Yes.
bole, please.
Is there
So
any
you,
negative
yeah.
marking in the test?
No, sir,
No,
no negative marks, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
That's why you have to attempt all the questions, sir.
Fine, sir.
Sir, you don't worry much worry about the test, because already you are people of almost all thermal background only. So very simple test only, sir. It is not that much tough also. It is not that much hard. So simple questions already you might be teaching the thermodynamics and heat transfer and other these things, and some alternate